Being an iPhone user, I am so happy about this. Okay, so this is iPhone 17 and I know you all are a bit confused. Is it a good idea to switch to iPhone 17 or not? So in this video, I'll sort everything and every question you have in your mind. So I'm your host Harshit Arora. चलिए टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं, सीधा शुरू करते हैं. The iPhone 17 looks absolutely similar to last year's iPhone 16, but yes, the size has increased a bit. Still, it is very ergonomic to hold and use single-handedly. The front protection is even better now. You get ceramic shield too, which is more scratch resistant. The camera module placement, the logo placement, and even the button placements are same. So in terms of design, there is no big changes, but in display, there are some awesome changes that you just can't skip. But before that, let me tell you the complaints related to the body paint. We didn't face anything like that in our devices, maybe lucky us. Well, coming back to the point, this time the display size is increased to 6.3 inch and you get ProMotion technology with always on display. So the biggest upgrade for an iPhone 17 user is that you finally get the 120Hz refresh rate, which I know all iPhone users have been waiting for a very long time. While using iPhone 16 and 17, you can actually feel the difference. Being an iPhone user, I am so happy about this. The bezels are slimmer this time and you get anti-reflective coating and even brighter display. So overall, I can say that in the iPhone 17, you get almost all the display pros from the Pro series. And I think Apple had to do this, otherwise every year it's not possible to justify the price. Well, moving on, the display is even more vibrant than iPhone 16. So yeah, you will enjoy binge watching on this phone, and I can say from a display perspective, this iPhone 17 is a big upgrade. Now let's talk about the performance. The iPhone 17 comes with A19 chipset. We tried playing many games on this like Genshin Impact, Sky, Children of the Light, BGMI and Asphalt, and we ran many tests on it too. And all the results are on your screen. AnTuTu score is good, and even in the 3D Mark test, it gives you good stability. But these results are just number. We tested this phone in extreme gaming conditions as well. While playing BGMI, the graphics were set at Ultra HDR and the frame rate at Ultra. And trust me, the gameplay was super smooth. There was no lag in the gameplay and the graphics were awesome throughout. The same goes for other games as well. The graphics were super, the gameplay didn't lag and you can play for long hours too. Surprisingly, this phone doesn't heat much even though you don't get vapor chambers with this, unlike the Pro series. So sometimes it's possible you overplayed this. Yes. Because you enjoy it. In normal day-to-day tasks, this phone doesn't suffer. App opening works perfectly. The same goes for app switching as well. The haptics are great, the speakers are loud, and face unlock also works super fast. So overall, the iPhone 17 is almost similar to iPhone 16 in performance, but yes, because of the better display, you will feel smoother experience. The iPhone 17 camera is upgraded, and I mean some really useful upgrades. This time you get two 48 megapixel cameras, a 48 megapixel primary and a 48 megapixel ultra wide. Until last year, you had a 12 megapixel ultra wide on the iPhone 16. And on the front, you get an 18 megapixel selfie shooter with center stage camera. The camera results are outstanding in daylight. In ultra wide mode, the camera gives you crisp, clear pictures with good dynamic range, and even the shutter speed is faster in ultra wide mode compared to the previous model. The same goes for normal 1x pictures too. Details come out clear with good dynamic range, and even in tricky situation, it easily balances the light. There is no telephoto lens, so at 2x it digitally crops the picture, but the result is still good. In low light, the pictures are detailed with good dynamic range as well. But again, the same iPhone problem. If you click any picture against the light, you will see reflections and glare in the picture. But if you have good light, the results are good. The portrait mode pictures are very clear and sharp. You get good edge detection with balanced light and dynamic range in both normal and 2x portrait. Even in low light, the portrait camera works really well. The object edges are perfect with good bokeh effect and color. Moving on, let's talk about the selfie camera. This time, iPhone 17's front camera is very useful. You can capture good selfies with a nice dynamic range, and all facial details are captured nicely. If we talk about selfie portrait, then both in low light and daylight the results are good. But this time they added a really useful feature which I am sure most of the Android brands will copy soon, and that is center stage camera. While doing a video call, you will notice this camera keeps you in the center of the frame even if you move left or right. Also, if you want to take a horizontal selfie, you don't need to turn your phone horizontally. You can do it just like this. For video recording, you can shoot in cinematic mode up to 4K 30 FPS and in normal video mode up to 4K 60 FPS. The camera is good. We even use this camera to shoot many of our videos. Most of them are outside and the result is stabilized with good color accuracy. They also added a dual capture feature, which I know already exists in many Android phones, but okay, it's finally in iPhone 17 so that you can use it for vlogging. So overall, I can say the camera gives you good result in almost every condition and you get many useful features that you will love. Now the most asked question. Battery. On a full charge, you can use this phone for almost 20 to 21 hours with always on display. But if you turn that off, you will get a full day battery backup. The good part is that now the charging speed is improved both wired and wireless. So overall, I can say battery is fine. If you are using it mainly for binge watching, calling, you won't need to find your charger again and again. Before talking about the final verdict, let me tell you the iPhone 17 starts from 82,900 for the 256GB base variant. Before this, you used to get the base 128GB iPhone for almost the same price. So overall, I can say the iPhone 17 is worth upgrading to if you are using an iPhone 15, 14 or lower. But yes, if you already have an iPhone 16, you can skip this one. If you are an Android user and want to switch to Apple ecosystem, then yes, go for iPhone 17. It will be the best choice because you get a superb display, awesome camera and many iPhone 16 Pro level upgrades. Well, what do you think? Do let us know in the comment. If you want any comparison video, do let us know that too. But don't forget to subscribe to Gadget 360 for more such unbiased reviews.